The movie cast of Water and Danny come from famous brothers who have nothing to do with you. People always clash. Not only this, they both have their own sister. Save Alicia is taking care of these two, so those who live together due to work are going somewhere. Because you and Danny have a great fight and they are scared. Somewhere the two get bored and do no harm to each other or home. Clay is doing something to play with it. The lice will not crawl in the quarter hour. After seeing it starts playing alone, after that it takes over the hostel fee, because of that. The quarrel between the two brothers begins, i.e., the child with the motor in the small anti-clip of his house. But he found it and saw that Dally in the country was also roaming there. The old man finds a bored pea, for which he asks the voter to come back up and play with it. Said, but this time the voter ignored him. Jenny only played the game one day without reading. Jenny starts playing. As soon as she presses the button, something comes out of her. It is written that Om Prakash is going to reign after saving his life, which means it will be a black motor. Passes. At first both did not understand and both take it as a joke, but only then. As the lounges begin to expand, the two come to a crossroads and start running for their lives, both of them and the star escaping. They hit in Chennai. It is raining only in that area and Nisha should know about it. I do not know. She fell asleep with the post. Potter and Danny left home to save their lives. When you open the gate to go out, you will be surprised and it is in the hadith that the two in trouble came to the sister, who picked her up and tried to explain. From the first time she saw it getting dark outside, she told her friend that night. Had to meet, he did not take seriously the words of the two of them who saw that he would bring genes to believe. And it does its part to show everyone that this is not a game and that it does not work. Whether the thing written on it will come true, but nothing happens when voting, is another matter. The time has come, and he sees that both are working with him. Goes inside to be ready, then the so-called water connection is written with you. Anyway, Fire 5 is gone, and as soon as it's gone, they see Lisa Rude, both very. Lisa room form is very rare, so DSA may have been made in pictures today. Seeing if anyone is losing control, the two go to the instructions given to read. They both deal with their confidence as they choose to embark on their play activities. Keep playing, whatever happens, they have to finish the game so they can normalize everything. And to get their sister back, the two started playing the game again. The card that comes out in the turn, what you write on it is very effective, which means it is bad there. A small robot arrives, two robots look at the butcher and take him away a lot, forgetting anything. Suddenly not too big and goes to the team that removes the wallpaper. She goes out and kisses the robot and plays on her life with great difficulty while avoiding the robot. Jin grabbed his turn and gave it to Denny. Didi is trying to escape from the robot, it turns to go, the robot also drops in 20 minutes. And was destroyed. On the Danny card it was written that there was a huge star near the house. Ega woke I am not foreign because of gravity, I like to pull everything towards me. Because of this the prick does not come out of the washroom, falls under the original name. Only then did I put Nuri back in the washroom because it didn't seem to run from there now. When the two started the game again, Terry March refused to play the game because she was so scared. Dunn and the voter didn't even correct him properly, the water was angry but now she had to bring life from this gene, so she went to Danny to prove she was growing up. Went and apologized to him and asked him to continue the game to get back to normal life. Now she has a B. And in this time she promises to be the day to continue on the cards. It is written that 100 hours, the document and speech of the house lizard is free of charge. Most people want but do not stop playing the game. This time when the card came out, it was also written to the program worker. By showing this card, the uniqueness of the job goes backwards, their help nothing happens. Do what you are doing, only then will an astronaut get there, and he will be shocked once he gets there. When I see him attacking the house for 100 hours, he goes to my house with the 2 kids. The key lights you don't like from any organ plane and everything starts to turn off. There are 108, after which the 2 set fire to a post and were thrown out of the house. Due to gravity, he started jumping dry and the stinking Kasyap followed him, leaving his life. The astronaut was hungry for many years and he started eating all the items in his house very fast. This look is not very good, he told the astronaut to go from there. Came from great giving, so he listens to Shiva only after he has left the channel. He refused because the astronaut could help them and the 2 small children were alone. Unable to complete this game, continue the game again in 3 but only then water will appear. Part of Danny was moved out of place, and he suspected that Danny had cheated again. He always tried to cheat, so he put the drawing piece back in the same place. The quarrel between the 2 starts again and the 2 make strange accusations against each other. Ashwin go and silence the 2 anyway and do their part as usual. It was written on the card that he had brought the dive and that you would be punished for suddenly cheating that room. But it happens and the water can go there, which means try as hard as you can to protect your brother. He does his suit and rescues the heroines and brings them back when 50 is complete. Elizabeth returns to normal when she sees that it has been turned off. That is, the light comes back to the kitchen, the shooting star passes near the house and boats. I was so angry to give to the motor that I could request that he and Moot die. The surviving astronaut forbade him if he wanted to do anything wrong tomorrow, you are his man too. Without hearing, it suddenly causes the desire to see the shooting star, such notes after that. It does not appear anywhere, such people are very upset and even very angry on WhatsApp. But then Jenny came out from under the seat and she knew something was up if she didn't vote. And it is written that he also told both astronauts. Like the little kid when he got this game, he also had a younger brother, both of whom were definitely water. And while playing the game, a fighter like Danny, when the astronaut gets a chance to want to be a worker, the desire to have his brother disappear without knowing that this year could be the result of his death. After his brother disappeared, it also stopped here and he now has more space to give. Because of this, when the trio returned to play the game he had a chance to go back home. Half the part says he took the dowry and broke the bell, the big problem is that the game is the same. The part is okay, so them need to call back. Now the 3 of them have started firing, so they wake up and come back. What they did not do while doing so, they got there, both of them had to find such a house. If she is bothered by the fire, she is not ready to hear either of these. The astronaut did not even do it himself before Lisa, by which time everyone understood that he would go there more and more. When it arrives, they enter the house, the answer is that the customers have eaten, and who is it? Somehow they go to the Jogan store and take the game back. The astronaut goes there but comes back soon, saying that tomorrow's game is in 20 minutes. Many could not come because they thought all the soldiers could go out with the help of Price. Except Saini, no one can come to meet him, so he goes back to the game, sends the elevator down from the stop, and then the job attacks them. Because of this they have to leave the stop and flee. It is very difficult to reach him in 20 minutes. Even after the game is done, he realizes that it is his box that is not the game. He thinks Jean jogging is in any country. He goes there alone and plays the game. It's hard. While trying, Danny very bravely catches Jagran's eyes and gets angry and escapes the money. Mirza composes very nicely and it will save all of them tomorrow. If they start to run away from them, their fate is not written in the evening. The robot comes, which is the motor. Gagri grabbed it. Now the robot is running one way and the other. This poor kid is more than the limit. Suddenly in trouble. Pulls out a card from the spot that says 204, causing the robot's functions to change and with 100 hours left to his turns, he never heard it again when he restarted. Waters again. This time he wants the astronaut to get his brother back. As soon as she greets him, the baby who came there looks like Danny, only then does the astronaut say that thing. She says she did English to make Danny disappear 15 years ago and she is on your wall. Asks to make a good effort, after which Danny reunites and can only touch the astronaut truck. But he goes into it, and now the closing of this game for sure is only known in the present. For training they need 10 numbers but only one number comes in but is written down by calling. Playing a good game you get another 9 numbers, the 3 are very happy. Only then do you fall asleep from the game, then suddenly the knees tremble and there is a big one in front of their house. Wants to be a block, starts pulling everything in him, please go inside him now. Everything Danny and Otter also go to that phone, then we see Danny who has eyes. After opening, he did not return to his home, and the two brothers were very happy. When his father comes home, he tells the same story, but his father understands nothing, so he decide that they will not tell anyone about this on the line. The two will get along well with each other. Then before she goes home to Marathi, she explains that this adventure should not be mentioned with this. Do so otherwise everyone thinks this movie will end.